Welcome to a city in China that will blow your mind. And I bet you've never heard of it. This is unreal. Chengdu is the land of the panda bears and the capital of Sichuan province.
I feel like I'm inside a panda right now.
Home to the spiciest and most delectable cuisines out there.
We don't normally eat brain.
This city is fascinating and beyond compare. This is crazy. We're literally cramped. And I think it's actually alive with so many unique features of Chinese culture, including real-life Tinder. There's so many to choose from. And we're taking you on such a fun day out here in China. This is Chengdu.
Welcome to China! Welcome to Chengdu!
Welcome to Chengdu, the capital of Sichuan province here in southwestern China.
This is our second city on our season 2 trip around China.
And previously we arrived for the second time in China in the southern city of Guangzhou.
And really loved the feel of southern culture here in China.
Before taking a 10-hour grueling train ride
From Guangzhou to Chengdu.
And Chengdu is famous for two important reasons. First of all, this is where Szechuan is from, the spicy hot pot, mala, and Szechuan peppercorns. So everything is going to be really hot and spicy. And
this is the home, the land, and the culture of panda heaven.
Chengdu is panda crazy, and I think it's their national mascot because you see it on all the signs and all the buildings. Right as I'm saying this, you can see this shop here covered with panda merchandise. You can get everything from bags, caps,
Teddy bears, mascots, the list goes on. And here is one of them. A little panda mascot. He looks like you just want to give him a snuggle. This is the heart and soul of Chengdu. They are honestly the superstars of Chengdu. So there is a panda base that we will go and visit later on, but for now we're just going to enjoy all the recreational pandas that we're seeing. Right now I'm in one of the most modern streets in Chengdu. It's called Chungchi Road.
which is this beautiful pedestrian walking street.
There's clothing shops, there is jewelry, there is a whole panda merch shop. Let's actually go and take a look in the shop. So this is what I'm looking at right now. Holy moly. Look at all the panda stuff. Panda shirts, panda bags. Oh my goodness. Look at all of these key rings. If you weren't obsessed with pandas, I bet you would be now. And the teddy bears. Oh, so cute. I am actually in pandemonium right now. This is panda heaven. There are teddy bears everywhere. And I think they've marketed themselves really well, because if you're not buying a panda keyring, a panda bag, anything of that sort, you're doing it wrong.
Ni hao. Wow, look at this.
I
my
know.
girl.
It smells so delicious. It's like a piping hot soup. Well, it's not hot yet, but it's basically mala. And then when it dries, it actually solidifies into this block. So you can actually take it home, make your own mala soup. Genius.
This is the ultimate welcome to Sichuan province.
Exactly. Look at all these chilies.
There's just chilies everywhere. And look how thick this is.
Wow.
Full of flavor. What I love about these kind of shopping streets is you have the mix of foreign brands and China brands together. This brand over here is a China brand. I've never heard of it before. But then on this side, we've got Adidas, we've got Nike, but then we have, I think that's Anta, which I think is a Chinese brand. So almost every shop is changing between foreign brand and local brand. But I want to show you why this street is specifically interesting. Come and look at this. Do you think they're like pandas here?
You think?
You can get every kind of panda merchandise. So we've got little characters over here. We've got pandas framed. We've got magnets. We've even got Lego pandas. These are key rings. I feel like I'm inside a panda right now.
This is like the best thing ever. I love this.
Fantastic. Even on the hats.
Whoa.
Look at this hat. It's got ears.
So cute.
This
wow.
Billy, I'm very excited to look at
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Welcome to China. Welcome to Chengdu.
Yes, thank you so much. Are you from Chengdu?
My hometown is the next city. Today I go to the Chengdu Road to look at you. Sorry, my English is
No, your
poor.
English is so good.
You very sing, very beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Very
You watch our video?
Yes,
Wow.
Bilibili. Can you Chongqing?
Yes, in
This
Chongqing.
video.
Nice to meet you.
Very exciting. I can you and your boyfriend and
There he is.
yeah. I can you look video.
Yes, so
Yeah.
nice to meet you. What's your name?
My name is Dan.
Dan.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And thank you for watching our video.
I'm a face.
Oh, thank you.
Face.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
This is our second visit to China, which means that we've traveled to China for over 60 days. And that would have been quite difficult without a VPN. That's why we'd like to thank Surfshark for sponsoring this video. As you may know, lots of sites here in China are blocked, which means no WhatsApp, no Google, no Instagram, no TikTok, nothing that we know of, which can be a huge culture shock, especially if you're traveling here for the first time. And if you don't know what a VPN is, it stands for Virtual Private Network, which encrypts all of our data sent between our device and the internet so no one can steal your sensitive information, which means all of our data is protected no matter where we go, especially if we're traveling long term, whether we're going to airports, hotels, cafes, but it's used for more than just security. We use our VPN to access shows on Netflix that may be limited depending on our region. It's so easy to change your virtual location and get access to unlimited content libraries. We also use our VPN to get cheaper flights and hotel deals. It's been a game changer for the last 4 years. Plus, a huge perk with Surfshark is you can get one account for unlimited devices. And there's a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk to try it out. If you use our code SHEVENDEM, you can get an exclusive Surfshark deal plus 4 months extra. Click the link in the description below to get Surfshark now.
What is this?
I think that's exactly what I feel like right now. It's a bit of a cloudy day and they're making pan-fried dumplings. We gotta get some.
Is this like a pop-up store? Do you think it's spicy?
It's gotta be, right? We're in Sichuan province. They're steaming, piping hot, and they're glistly on the bottom. It looks good. Can we have one? 谢谢. Ah, 谢谢. Okay, so we're getting some. Look at that.
So you can see they're pan-fried at the bottom and then soft on top. And then she puts it in a little boat-shaped bowl for us.
谢谢.
Quite a lot as well.
Wow.
The best part about being in China is you pay everything with your phone through a QR code. I haven't taken my wallet or any cash out since we arrived in China about 10 days ago. I don't even know where my wallet is. So this is 20. Let's put in 20 and pay.
There you go.
You can hear the payment came through. They don't even ask you for proof of payment because it just comes immediately and you can hear the sound when it does.
Of course, you gotta have some chili, you gotta put some soy sauce, and I think this is like a chili powder. First thing you gotta know about us, we absolutely love chilies. We're just gonna smother this guy in chili. Do you think that's a bit overboard? Yum. I'm sorry, no regrets, okay? And then we're gonna pop on some of this vinegar soy sauce, and then we're gonna put
Chili
on
powder
a
as
little
well.
bit of chili powder. We're going crazy. Whoopsie.
Is that
Okay,
too
that
much?
was a lot, but oh well. 谢谢, bye bye. First things first is I'm gonna get straight in here and I'm gonna go for one that looks the spiciest
You really
ever.
covered those.
I did.
really-
I went a bit overboard. Oh well.
It's so good.
When in Chengdu. First bite. Whoa. Woo. I went a bit overboard. Is it worth it? Yes. These are so good. They are fresh. It looks like she just made them. And of course I went overboard by putting way more chili than I should have, but it is so, so delicious. I like that when you go to a different province in China, you can always kind of get the same thing but with a twist. And I love that these pan-fried dumplings are smothered in chili. What a welcome to Chengdu. Okay, here's how you know Devon has been in Asia for too long. He wants to eat every single chili. Before he moved to Asia 4 years ago, he would never even touch one of these.
Am I being crazy?
Are you going to eat all of that?
Yeah, of course.
What?
We're here in Chengdu.
This guy's crazy.
Oh, so good.
What a champion.
Absolutely delicious. On all these streets, it's not only about this big area, there's little hidden gems. And let me show you, look at this little side alley. There's these secret side alleys. And look at this one, it's all neon lights. I feel like I'm back in Chongqing. And it just keeps going on and on.
This definitely
Here's
looks
some
like
tea.
Chongqing. Wow.
Ah, 谢谢.
谢谢.
Thank you.
Whoa.
I feel like we're in another universe here.
I know.
We've gone all the way through the alley and ended up in a food street, a hidden food street. Look at all these different things on a stick. This is chicken feet. I think this is cow's stomach.
Oh yeah?
It's kind of a gray color and it's spiky.
Wow, this is awesome.
Amazing.
Look at all this fresh fruit. Wow. Fruits here are huge.
Here's chicken feet. Oh wow, we saw a lot of chicken feet in Guangzhou.
Wow, look at this.
But it's covered in chili. That's how you know
Yum.
you're in Sichuan. We went down a little alleyway and now we've ended up with this. What have I just seen here? Is this, ni hao, is this brain? Pig brain.
Oh, pig's brain.
Pig brain, wow. It's delicious? It's good? No? In the back you're saying no.
We've actually had pig's brain before.
Wow, we had pig's brain in the Philippines with rice, but we didn't have the full pig's brain, and this is on some mushrooms, it looks like. That is absolutely fascinating.
Wow.
We don't normally eat brain.
Cool though.
Very cool.
Very
So
cool.
interesting, so unique.
I've never seen it in like a whole shape before.
In its full form.
In its full form, yeah. We've only had like a little bit.
And I've never seen this throughout our time in China, so please let me know if this is only in Chengdu they eat this.
Yeah.
And then what they do is they have it in this tin foil and then they grill the brain with the mushrooms.
Yes.
Absolutely fascinating.
Fascinating.
Thank you. Xie xie.
Bye bye. How fascinating was that? And then once you come back up, there is another secret alleyway, but this time it's clothes.
And it's underground.
It's underground. Look at this. Okay, if you love shopping, you can get absolutely anything and everything in this underground shopping street. And I'm sure it goes further and further on as well. You can get clothes, you can get shoes, jackets, caps.
It goes on as far as I can see behind you.
It's like shopping heaven. I love it. All the shoes, you can get suitcases. This is paradise for a shopaholic.
I always feel when we end up in places like this, like I'm never gonna get out.
No, it's like an endless maze. You just won't ever find your way back out. So I hope we don't get lost.
We're now making our way to a different part of Chengdu, and look at all of these bicycles that you can rent, and they're so easy. You just scan the QR code. These are all different companies. Walking anywhere in China, especially crossing the roads, is always an experience because it's so quiet and we haven't got used to that where all the cars and scooters are electric.
There's so many different parts and aspects of Chengdu that I like very, very much. But what I enjoy more than anything is seeing these massive skyscrapers. They are so impressive and it just shows me how modern Chengdu is.
We have now come to the center point of Chengdu, which is Tianfu Square. And apparently, if you've been to Chengdu and you haven't visited Tianfu Square, then you haven't visited Chengdu. And apparently it has the same status and fame as Tiananmen Square does in Beijing.
The fact that we're in this open, vast square in the middle of the city is amazing. Look at this guy.
Square.
Square.
We've got some of the flower beds, and then in the background, we've got these beautiful gold symbols.
Look how cool this square is. Obviously, it is spotless. Can you believe this is China?
There's not a single leaf or a paper wrapper anywhere. And then you can actually go underneath this square as well. I think there might be a train station underneath. And this giant building on this side is the National Museum.
How to go to the underground?
Underground?
Yeah.
Oh, can you go here?
Yeah.
I think so. Where are you from?
They're Peking.
Peking. Oh, okay, from Beijing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow. It's your first time in Chengdu?
Yes.
First time?
Yeah.
Nanfei.
You Nanfei.
Yes, yes.
Oh.
South Africa. Yes. Nice to meet you. Yes, thank you. Have a good day. Thank you. Bye bye. I think they were asking me how to go underground to the subway station. I'm equally as confused as they are. I'm not from here. I have no idea. Even here in Tianfu Square, there are little pandas coming out the flowers and the shrubs. So everywhere throughout the city, you see little cute pandas. It's adorable. Now we've ticked off. We've been to Tianfu Square. You have to do that if you come to Chengdu. Even though we had those little pan-fried dumplings, I'm still a bit hungry. So maybe let's see just past the museum what we can find. Wow, there's a lot of people at this place.
Yeah,
It seems really
packed.
crowded,
It
so
looks
we have
like-
to investigate.
It looks like some sort of bread. I see there's a whole
Oh
cart
wow,
of bread
look at
outside.
this. Oh, it's a giant flatbread. Just to give you a reference how it's bigger than my hand.
Looks delicious.
Ni hao.
宝贝，一起合个照。
你好，
来，宝宝，跟这个美女
Piggy.
合个照。
Hello.
We're taking a photo.
You're so cute.
再见，宝宝。
Thank you.
He was cute.
I love the
I
hat.
love the outfit. And he had a little hat on. Ah,
Oh,
good.
good
你
photo.
俩要不？
It looks good.
It looks good.
听不懂。
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye. Back to the bread. Is
Back to the bread.
The bread is so big. All I can tell you is the smell is so good. It's actually making me drool a little.
They've got different shapes and designs.
有几个？
Ni hao. No, it's okay. Thank you.
It looks good.
People are going crazy.
Yeah.
They've got bread rolls
Fresh
here.
buns.
Wow, look at it. Ni hao.
Ni hao.
Wow, hello.
Wow.
They've got a speaker, they're playing music, and then here's all the meat, and it looks like some garlic.
I love how he's pressing it down with his hands.
The technique.
And the smell is divine. All I can smell is like butter, garlic, chili.
So now he's putting the meat on. Look how quick he does it. The technique
Wow.
is amazing.
I wonder what it's called.
I
Is he
don't
going
know.
to roll it up now?
What is that?
There's other stuffing in.
Look how he's rolling it up like that.
Absolutely perfect. It's like this big. It's stuffed with meat, with a bit of cabbage. Oh, look at what he's doing now. Oh. And then he smacks it down. There are so many people crowding for those little meat buns. Look at this line. It goes all
the way down there.
the streets.
This is still the line.
This is still the line. Holy moly.
To give you an idea, we're at the back of the line. The shop's down there.
I think they're genius because the fact that I could see what they were making lured me in so much so that I'm willing to wait in this line.
Also, if there's this many people, it must
It
be
must
good.
be good. We have to follow the locals. If they're eating it, we're eating it. Officially 15 minutes in the line. But what makes the time go by is the fact that we get to watch them make these little meat pies. They pretty much start off looking like a little puffed up pie pastry, but they actually flatten them down so they look like a little disc. And then they go into those little ovens. They pretty much press them down like you would like an iron press.
We've almost made it to the front of the line.
Almost to the front.
There's the front. So we started all the way back there
All the
somewhere.
way down there.
And these gentlemen are just making one after the other. They've probably made 1,000 of these at least.
Oh, easily. And they're working like machines. Honestly, there's so many of them in the back, here in the front, and then just pumping these out like crazy. And I can see what all the hype is about. It's so cool. So we are finally at the front of the line and we are going to order. Hello, little guy. Ni hao. We finally got the meat pie 20 minutes later. And it is piping hot. I can't believe that this was only 6 yuan. So you saw the before, this is the after. So cool. Even though it's very hot, I'm just gonna take a little bite of it.
I think it's all about the crunch. The crispy golden outside.
Soft filling on the inside.
The onions and meat really soft.
And very, very, very hot. So wait a moment before you just dive into it. But it's so good.
I'm not sure what the name of this is, so please let me know in the comments. We have now brought you to a park behind us called People's Park. And you might be thinking, why do you bring us to a park in this beautiful city of Chengdu? People's Park is 109 years old, 100,000 square meters, so it's massive, but it's way more than just a park. So follow me and I will show you why we brought you here. This is probably one of the biggest tourist attractions here in Chengdu. First of all, you will notice it's really loud. You can hear all the crickets and it's beautiful and green, luscious right in the city center. There are hundreds and thousands of people that come here every single day. But there's some hidden gems in here that are very interesting that we want to show you.
What have we just seen? What's going on here?
5 seconds into the park. It's a rave. As soon as you enter the park, everybody is dancing, to some music in the middle of the park. It's midday right now, and there's just all-round good vibes.
Look at the loudspeaker over there.
It's
And
an
then
official speaker.
everyone is just going ham. They are dancing, pulling out all the stops.
And they're very good.
They're very good.
Look at these two.
Oh, so cute.
I'm so impressed.
I love the grandpas and the grannies.
You end up in this beautiful, thick jungle. You would never know that you're in the city right now.
We are actually crossing over a bridge over this lake. But look on the side. Look how many people there are rowing boats. You can obviously spot them because they're in these luminescent life jackets. But there are tons and tons of boats and everybody is rowing along the river. Hello. Okay, so we've actually come here for a very special tea ceremony. I don't know what you would call it, but it's a way of making and serving tea. They basically have a teapot and it's got a very thin and long spout at a place called Hemming Tea House, and it's about 100 years old. And there's lots of tradition. It's very cool. We're gonna walk past all of these little tea houses here.
You wouldn't believe that we're in a park right now.
I know, look at
Because
all this.
now there's restaurants like
What's
a buffet style.
What is that?
Chicken feet.
No, what's this?
Rabbit head, and then what is that? Is it a neck? That's feet in the back, but I'm not sure what this is.
Maybe it's a neck. I'm not sure. It is absolutely jam-packed in here. We're actually walking like only 2 or 3 steps at a time before we have to stop. We're in a little bit of a bottleneck. It's just because everybody has come here for the same thing. They've come here to try the tea experience and obviously experience the park. And it is very, very popular. Whoa, what is going on here? It looks like sugar treats.
They're crowding for something. It's like caramelized sugar.
Oh, it's a game. I don't know what it is. It looks like a spin the wheel. So you spin, and he's actually making little sugar treats, like melted syrup treats. So he's got the little bowl over there, and I think he's heating it up, making the treats, and they're playing a game over here.
Here's the sugar that he's heating up, and then it caramelizes there, and then he shapes it over there. But here's the game. You spin this.
Look at that.
How does it work?
What did you get?
I have no idea how it works. Oh, This
You
girl
see,
got
so
one.
she spun the wheel on the bird and then she got a little bird.
Wow.
Very cool. So you spin the wheel to see what shape or what animal you get. It smells like candy floss. That's what it smells like melted sugar pretty much. And then just past the sugar street is another street filled with souvenirs. Look at all the panda things. They've got pens and key rings, fans, and I think we're obviously heading to like a panda dessert street.
Also, we're still in the park.
We're still in the park.
This is the
just
park.
By
We
the
haven't
way.
left.
We haven't left, and I see so many panda drinks. You can get anything panda you want: a dessert, a drink, a souvenir.
So they've got a little panda on your takeaway cup. They make a shape of a panda out of marshmallow, I
Yeah,
think.
it looks like it, or like some sort of jelly.
So creative.
So creative. If you didn't like pandas, like
This is not the place
this
for
is
you.
not the place.
Also, if there's anything you could come up with a panda, they've done it here.
Yeah, I actually have to show you what this looks like. Giant froth with a panda in it. Looks like a vacation in a cup. Like that's how I would say it.
What?
How tall do you want your panda tower to be? They have little like panda faces on the drink. They start off really small and then they get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. They actually have little teapots as well sitting on the cup and they're actually blowing steam out of it. They're so creative. This is unreal. So much so that they've convinced me to have one.
Can you speak Chinese?
No, I'm sorry.
Just a moment.
I can't. Oh, panda coconut juice. Yes. Can I have one? There are 3 flavors: rose, osmanthus, and jasmine. Okay, let's do.
25 yuan.
Okay, rose.
Okay.
Rose.
Icy.
Ice. Yes,
Okay,
please. Thank you. So we're getting a coconut juice with rose in, and it's an ice drink. And he's making it for us right now. And I assume we're getting one of these little guys over here. It's like being at Pandaland, Disneyland, but pandas. Pandas can be taken down to make pendants. So cool. Thank you. 谢谢. Bye bye. This is outrageous actually. Look at this drink. And he said we can take this down to make a pendant. So I got to try my coconut rose juice. Super tasty, super refreshing, very rose flavor. You're probably thinking, did she just buy this because there's a ton of pandas on the top? The answer is yes. The juice is an added bonus. So right now I'm in a part of the park which might not seem very familiar to you, but behind me are these signposts with a whole bunch of pink slips on them, and it's pretty much Tinder in real life. That kind of sounds crazy. All of these pink sheets behind me are dating profiles. So they have people's names, a little bit about who they are, their age, and what they require out of their ideal partner.
Let's just take a minute.
There's not just one of these, okay? There are rows and rows. I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 just on the street. And we've got a whole bunch of basically requirements. So we got age, we got height, we've got what they're looking for over here, and then a little bit of their personal information at the top. Obviously we can't read Chinese, but we'll translate a few for you and see. So all of them in pink are the girls looking for guys, and then over there we have a blue section, it's of guys looking for girls.
At the top it says it's a marriage information form. So this is an official thing. It's numbered. So all of these people have a number on their sheet. You can see here at the bottom it says 931. That's in this section. This is not a joke. This is real people looking for a partner to get married.
And what I kind of like about it is that they're very to the point. They're like, I make $100,000 or whatever, just as an example, and they're like, I'm looking for someone who makes the same amount of money. They mustn't be too tall, they mustn't be too short. And something that we've noticed is they all say that they want their partner to have parents who have double insurance. And that doesn't seem like something we would put on our dating profiles.
Some people are here for just interest's sake, and other people are here very seriously looking for a partner. And they are perusing through the sheets to find someone that is a match for them.
It's not actually the people who put up their own dating profiles. Maybe they do, but it's mostly their parents or their grandparents who put up a dating profile. They're trying to find a suitable match for their child or grandchild.
This might seem very interesting and potentially entertaining, but I think this is very good. If you're someone who lives in this city and maybe you're a little bit older, you work a lot, it's really difficult for you to find a partner, this could be very good. Someone phones you up and says, I've seen your sheet.
You want to go on a date?
You want to meet?
You want to meet? I mean, we're actually making a little bit of a joke out of it, but you know what's so funny is the grandparents are actually here right now. So if you look like you're a bit too interested in their son or daughter's profile, they're like, yeah, you're in, you're keen, but we don't speak a word of Chinese, so we can't read anything.
So we're going to make sure not to look too intrigued.
interested.
Don't look too interested because we might get snatched by
By a granny.
a granny.
And they're keen, they're so eager. They're like, the moment you look at a profile, they're like,
There is a lot of interest over here in the park.
this is the seating area for all the gramps and grannies who are waiting for a love match for their grandchild.
So here's some blue ones.
Now the boy section.
This is where all the male profiles
I'm
are.
very interested to see. If you don't like going out, if you don't like going to clubs or bars, this is genius. If you're a bookworm, this is perfect.
Also, if you work all the time, you don't have the
Yeah.
time to go out and find someone,
Yeah, if you
then your
work-
grandparent does the work for you.
Your grandparent is doing good work. Well done to them. Because it's hard work to sit here all day.
Find anything you like, girl?
No. There's so many to choose from. Me and grannies are invested. These grannies are so serious. Honestly, if you look remotely interested, they're like... So I want to give you a really quick rundown of what this form actually looks like. So they state if they're unmarried, divorced, or widowed, and then at the top they give their own personal information, which is kind of along the lines of if they've got a degree, what job they have, and sometimes they indicate how much money they make. They say that they have no bad habits, they don't drink or smoke or play mahjong, which is very interesting. They said they have good families and their parents have double insurance. And then they're looking for someone who's unmarried, must have a college degree, must be good looking, must have a good character, must not smoke, must not play mahjong, and parents must have double insurance. So that's quite an interesting list of requirements.
I would probably say in the Western culture, we prioritize your interests and personalities. Like I'm outdoorsy, I like sports, I like to play a certain instrument, where here it's way more direct.
But I suppose they're looking for something serious, they're looking for something in the long run, they're looking for marriage.
They're not here to date for a while and get to know someone. They want to start a family immediately.
I wonder if it actually works, if it's successful or not. Is there like a love match, like a successful love match that's come out of this? I'd love to know.
Also, what's like the turnover rate?
Yeah, what is the turnover? Are we getting new sheets? Are we getting from old sheets back
Every
in
day?
the day, every day? Really, really fascinating. Let us know your thoughts about this marriage mart or this real life Tinder. What do you think about this?
My name is Ho Jing. You may call me Charlie.
Charlie,
my
that's
name.
easy.
Yeah.
Easy. And what do you think of this marriage mart?
I just come here and see it.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So
I've heard
interesting.
It. Yeah.
So interesting.
I've heard it too. Well, for me, I think nowadays we use internet
Yes.
to know each other. So
That's true.
It's not likely to see each other, and use this way you may know more.
By
Yeah.
reading this, you can get the information immediately. You don't have to meet someone and ask all the questions.
Yes, people just see the money.
They
don't-
only want the
Yeah,
money.
they care the money.
Yes,
only
they care about money. Yes,
And,
interesting. They are older.
Yeah, so they are maybe more realistic, so
Yes.
they care more about
That's
their
true.
family, their parents, the money they earn.
That's really interesting. Yeah, thank you for telling us your opinion. That's interesting.
welcome.
But it was nice to meet you, Charlie. Have
Bye
a good
bye.
day.
Thank you
Bye-bye.
so much. Okay, So this is what I kind of expected to see when I first traveled to China. I thought I was going to see a whole bunch of crowds, and to be honest, it hasn't really been like this until now. This is crazy. We're literally cramped. It's only in the very popular touristy street food areas. It's very cool, but it's very crowded. We've come to Jinli Old Street, which is pretty much like the older part of Chengdu. So we're going to see a lot of like the more traditional buildings, and there's a few temples that are nearby, but it is packed. There are lots and lots of people here, so this is going to be interesting.
Let me give you a layout. You go through these giant doors, and this is the door handle to give you an idea of how big the door is, but you are entering the ancient town, and that's the idea. So all of the buildings are ancient Chinese architecture, all wooden shape. They've got the wooden shutter doors.
But basically there's a whole bunch of street food, a whole bunch of drinks, snacks. There's a very old looking Starbucks, which looks so cool. And there's lots to see, there's lots to do here in Chengdu.
We've got people shouting to come to the store. There's all of these different souvenir shops around. It is absolutely mental, but this shows how popular this is, and it's why we came here.
It's sensory overload. Like, I can't even explain it to you.
It's
There's so
madness.
much going on. I'm hearing bird sounds, I'm hearing whistles and bells. If you're wanting to see an older, real side of Chengdu, this is it.
This is it. And I think everyone's got the same idea.
Of course. Whoa.
Okay, what do we have? We've got some desserts,
Crepes.
pastries, sweets. This guy's selling something.
He's the bird I was...
He's the bird.
He's the bird.
That's the bird.
That's the bird.
Ni hao.
Wow.
Wow, so good.
That looks amazing. Very cool. And you can actually smell the fragrance. It actually smells like matcha.
Yeah, it's making it
green tea.
light, maybe,
Yeah.
light and airy, and then that goes straight into the water, just like
Yes,
that. They don't
yeah.
put it in a tea bag.
Yeah.
Give it a smell, girl.
He's roasting it. This is hot.
But got his
hot.
bare hands in
I
there.
know, yeah. It's unbelievable. 谢谢.
Wow, 谢谢, thank you, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. When I put it close to my face, it was hot.
There was actually heat coming from the leaves,
Yeah.
which was kind of a strange sensation.
Yeah, like I didn't expect it to be
Yes.
hot, but he's like almost roasting it.
And because it's hot, it's almost like fermenting, and that hot air is coming off, and it smells really good.
It's such a good smell, like
It smells
pure
good.
matcha smell.
So this place, as far as you can see, is just hundreds of people.
This is a whole panda merch shop. But it's like an old style building. I don't know if sensory overload is the right description to describe this kind of atmosphere, but it's almost as if you don't really know where to look. And there's always stuff on the go. There's sounds, there's sights, there's smells. Always making friends. You can almost like get lost in a sensation. You can get lost in a smell, get lost in a sight, and get lost in an experience. So you can actually see a whole bunch of Chinese sweets here. They look so vibrant and delicious. These actually look like orange slices, and then these kind of look like moon cakes. And then over here, these look like little bubbles or little jellies. They look absolutely fascinating.
Let me show you the old style bricks and some old writing. There's old pictures on the walls. So you can really see this old style of brick, but then you've got all the modern shops. Ni hao.
Hello.
Hello. Okay. I think this is stinky tofu. I'm getting a whiff of something, so I'm assuming it's that. But look at this, it's a bubbly black disc. It looks like charcoal. It looks inedible. And yet people are going crazy for it. And they put it in a little bowl. There's some spice, some soy sauce. Look at that. They absolutely love it. Look in the back. He's got a big pot roasting. It looks like a black hockey puck, a charcoal hockey puck. It's got to be stinky tofu because it's stinky.
The smell is so pungent.
What's your level?
Devon.
What's
Yes.
your name?
What's your name? Oh. He asked my name and then left.
Where'd he go? It's actually in like a little contraption, like it's been sealed shut.
It's an animal of sorts.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
sure.
definitely an animal of sort. Because I see the skull, if that's a rabbit skull, maybe it's a rabbit body.
Yes.
Yes, okay,
It's a rabbit. Rabbit. Oh,
rabbit.
okay.
Oh, I was right. Okay.
So rabbit.
Rabbit
and then
skull.
This is rabbit skull. We saw this in
in
Chongqing
Chongqing,
before.
yes. And then this is obviously the body. We didn't see the body before.
You can get the body in Chengdu.
You can get the body in Chengdu. Yeah, correct.
So all along the street, you can see this side is just shops selling lots of different street food, and everything is super interesting. These are like dumplings.
Wow, it's actually got a drink at the bottom. So they're putting the pan-fried dumplings at the top. Wow.
Oh, and then there's a straw that goes in the middle.
Well, I wonder what drink it is.
That's insane.
This is definitely brain.
Oh, this is the brain.
Yeah.
It's a pig brain? Pig brain. Oh,
Ah, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely pig brain.
pig brain.
Yeah.
Okay, so we learned this from earlier.
And it's boiling. It's actually boiling.
It's sizzling.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what they put in there. There's chili on top.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, yes,
sure.
sure. Yes. Thank you. Bye bye. So sweet. Okay, so there's the pig's brain.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to try that?
No, thank you.
Maybe later.
Maybe
Okay,
later.
bye-bye.
Bye.
Every single store is blowing our minds.
What's happening? Oh,
Literally every store. We got a drum, a drummer.
thank you, drum.
What is this? Rice
In
in
a
a
pineapple, yeah.
Pineapple rice.
More stinky tofu.
More stinky tofu.
That's like a giant.
Like an omelette of sorts.
Like an
Whoa,
omelette.
look at this.
Wow.
Wow, looks
Looks good. Looks good. The smell and the sight is so like overwhelming that you actually don't know what to do with yourself. We're honestly just gobsmacked at everything. How old are you? I know. 14. 14
years old.
14.
Wow.
40 years older.
You're very very old. No, I'm joking. That's beautiful. Thank you.
Guizhou from Guizhou. We from Guizhou.
Oh,
Oh wow.
I'm from Nanfei. He is from Nanfei.
Nanfei.
Too.
Yes.
Your boyfriend.
Yes.
Yes.
Very good. Very good.
Goodbye.
Bye bye. A lot of people in the comments have asked us, like we are getting a lot of attention as foreigners. What do we think about that? Do we get annoyed by that? Like what's the opinion? And to be honest with you, we love it. It's so nice to get like a really warm welcome and to actually have interactions. The interactions that we've gotten have been so polite, friendly, and they've been really welcoming to us because obviously they don't see many of us very often. And the fact that we're different flavors but we come from the same place is even more fascinating. But it's not in a disrespectful way at all. It's actually so lovely. So thank you for welcoming us to China. What have I done? This is the most extravagant ice cream I have ever gotten in my entire life. It was 20 yuan. Dare I say it was worth it. Red stuff on the side, green stuff on the side. Looks like matcha. What?
But it's a double whammy.
It's a double whammy in one cone.
in one cone.
What? I'm sorry, only in China, okay?
Living in the future
We are
here.
living in the future. Look how big this cone is. It's massive. You're gonna have to help me with this. This is insane. I don't want to eat it. It looks too pretty. So messy, but so good. What is this? It looks like a mushroom, and I think it's actually alive because it's planted and growing.
It looks a little bit like a sponge that you would wash yourself with in the shower.
Like a loofah. It
Like a
looks
loofah. That sounds
I
really
just wanna,
funny.
Yeah.
But that's what it looks like.
And it obviously says what it is here.
Yeah, can someone please translate this for us?
Please. I really want to know what it is.
Do you eat it? Do you take it home with you?
Do you keep it as a pet? Fascinating.
Or maybe it's just a display and it's nothing.
No, it looks alive.
It's something.
It's something.
I want to touch it. Oh, it's wet.
Oh. Should I touch it?
Yeah, touch.
Oh, it's so weird. It's so interesting. It feels like it should be under the sea.
Is it an ocean creature? Let us know.
I feel like everything in Chengdu has ticked all of my boxes. I feel like my heart is full. Welcome to a very rainy day in Chengdu. Unfortunately, the weather is not favorable today, but that is not going to keep us away from seeing the superstars of Chengdu today. And yes, they are big and black and white and super cuddly, and we have come to the panda conservation base today. And as you can see, we are walking in the panda base right now. We've just arrived and it is pouring with rain, but so many people have come out today to see these cute little creatures, and I'm so excited. So the first order of business today is of course see the superstars of Chengdu, which are the pandas. But unfortunately, I'm not sure if they like rainy weather or if they're just going to be out and about today. Basically, there's a whole bunch of villas. They call them panda villas, where I think they're about, I don't know, close to 10 panda villas. So we're going to each one to see if we can spot some pandas. But basically, they just look like little play areas or little forests. It's all natural. There's no cages. They've got these little barriers with some stairs down here, and you can visit all the little villas around. So this is what they look like. Pretty cool, actually. So we've already kind of seen one panda, but he was really far in a tree. And it's so funny because we're South African. We go on safari all the time. We are very good at spotting animals, but we're not familiar with bears, panda bears, normal black bears in general. We don't have bears in South Africa, and we forget that they climb. So we need to look up in the trees because these guys climb and they love the trees in the rain, apparently. We have just spotted our first real-life panda. It's such a difference between seeing them in a cage versus out in their natural habitat. It's actually so cool. He's eating a whole bunch of shrubs behind me. We have just seen a couple of pandas now. They've actually come out. It seems like it's a lunchtime, but it's so cool to finally see these creatures in person. We've never seen pandas before, not even at the zoo, because we're in Africa. So this is our first time seeing these beautiful creatures. They are so fuzzy. And there's one right behind you. What he's done is he's actually got all of his food, he's gathered it on his stomach, and he's ripping the bamboo apart. It's so cute. They're like these little ditzy, clumsy, cute looking animals, but so sweet. Honestly, I feel like I could watch this every day. So worth it. Look at the little guy behind you in the tree.
He's taking a rest.
So cute, in the tree.
In the tree. He climbed up and now he's sleeping there.
Oh, so cute.
In this enclosure we have Jing Liang, and is a dynamic panda with dexterous and lively movements. So lively.
Come on, guy, do something crazy. Super lively indeed.
Super lively. Dynamic panda right there.